around 2020, I started getting really into self-improvement and wanted to level up and improve myself and stuff. As well as when I started to really kind of understand what NOFAP was and kind of really take it seriously. At first I didn't really care, just watching porn or whatever, but when I started to understand this thing was bad for me, this thing was doing more harm than good, I started to really consider NOFAP and stuff. The way I was doing it before was, just by the default where everybody does it, you'll be etching the days on your wall, oh, the 5 without fapping and stuff. Just relapsing, I couldn't even go like, after just a few days or so, I'll relapse again. But there was this particular period towards the end of 2020, around like August, September, I was going like literally an entire month without fapping. But there was always one thing towards the end of the month, I will end up relapsing, like, oh, I've lost all the progress and stuff. So the next month I'll go again and I'll end up relapsing another day, and the next month I'll go again and I'll end up relapsing another day. That was almost like the best part when my NOFAP was like at its best, because then I was able to go like 30 days, 40 something days without fapping and just relapse like once in the last like 60 days or something. But then I had this stupid mindset that once you relapse, so all your benefits have gone away. But ever since then, it just started getting worse and worse and worse. I started relapsing like crazy. Every few days, find yourself on the hub, just fapping and just being in this like terrible state of just busting nuts. But now that I look back at it, it's like if I could see my younger self back then when he was, relapsing like crazy and feeling really bad about himself, I'll kind of just tell him that yes, the relapse is inevitable. Like yes, you're definitely going to relapse, obviously. Like if you don't relapse, you should actually be surprised about yourself. Like honestly, if you are doing NOFAP, especially if you have been fapping for long and you finally discover, oh, watching porn is bad for me, oh, all these degenerate contents are bad for me, and I'm no longer going to fap, I'm no longer going to consume this type of content, and you're actually able to go like weeks, days, months without nearing this thing. Yes, if you're just able to do it once and just like stop, you should actually be really, really surprised about yourself. Because if you think about it, think about when you started watching porn, for example. At least for me, it was around the time when I was like 14 years old. That's when I literally discovered like porn and stuff. I'll go maybe into details in another video and stuff. Around the time I was 14, that's when I started watching porn. And yeah, I was like 16, 17, trying to quit porn. But what you don't realize is it's been like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. For some people say 10 years. They have been leveling up this skill of fapping, of watching porn, of masturbating, of seeing women as sex objects and stuff. So you have literally trained your brain, you have literally programmed yourself from a very young age that we fap, we watch porn, we do all these bad habits. Just wanting to wake up one day and all of a sudden I'm never going to watch porn again. Like I said, if you are able to actually do something like that, you should actually be really surprised and proud about yourself, because not many people can do that. So just like NOFAP relapse is inevitable. Like if you're on NOFAP, you are inevitably going to relapse. Especially if you have been watching porn for like 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years plus. Like what do you expect, bro? Like you're going to relapse. It's just how it is. Just like the way you have been leveling up this skill of watching porn and masturbating and relapsing, you also have to level up the skill of not watching porn, not fapping, not masturbating and stuff before you actually get to like a reasonable point where you would like stop relapsing and all that. From my experience so far, since 2019, 2020 to date, so my whole NOFAP journey and stuff, I'm not going to act like I'm perfect and I never ever in my life fap again. Like of course many times I still slip up and make mistakes, but from my experience there are 2 ways to actually stop fapping. The second way is more important, but the first way is to progressively underload your fapping habits. I've done a video before about this, I will link it somewhere, so I won't explain too much. But basically you want to just assess how frequently you fap. So maybe you fap every single day, or you fap 5 times a week, or you fap 3 times a week, or once a week, or once a month, whatever. Once you just assess this average fapping rates you do, they just slightly underload it. So if maybe you fap every single day, for example, next month you want to look at it that okay, I fap 31 days this month. Next month, why not I just fap 28 days? The other month after that, let me fap 25 days. Like obviously, like then you're still kind of fapping and it's not really like something like, oh, I thought I was supposed to be NOFAP. Yes, you're doing NOFAP, but you're doing it in a smart way, so pay attention and listen to me. You just keep underloading and underloading and underloading it like that. So eventually you reach a point where like you barely ever even fap. And yes, this could take time. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be 30 days and stuff. It will literally take it like, it has taken you 6 years, it has taken you 8 years, it has taken you 10 years to reach this point where you are, down bad and fapping like an idiot and stuff. Don't think like going to cure the addiction, going to stop fapping is going to take you like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It's going to take a lot longer than that. So just listen to me. And of course, it's not just going to be like a gradual decline. Like this next month you go fap 26, then the other month you fap 30 again, then you go to 26 again, then 30, then you go to 26, and maybe the next month you now eventually go to 24, then come back to 25. And like it's going to keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. Like if you look at a stocks graph or something, it's not just like an upward chart or a downward chart. It's always like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But if you look at the overall trajectory, it's usually either going up or going down, whichever type of graph it is. So in this NOFAP case, it's usually going to be going down if you look at it from like a big perspective view. So you have to have that big perspective view mindset that yes, even though I said I'm going to FAP 26 times this month and I ended up FAPing 34 times. Like, look at the overall trajectory that but just a few months ago I was literally FAPing like 60 times. So still making progress. Now the second and most important way and most efficient way that I've actually found that is going to literally cure the FAPing like very, very easily is to focus on the background stuff. When we're trying to make progress in all these things, so like stop fapping, for example, or working out consistency, or waking up early and all that, you like focus on those stuff. You focus on not fapping, you focus on waking up early, you focus on working out, you focus on working on your business and stuff, and you keep like like relapsing, you keep falling down, you keep falling off and stuff. Like Hamza used to say, you want to kind of realize that those bad habits, the fapping, the junk food and stuff, they're actually more of symptoms than the cause itself. The main thing that causes you to do all this type of bad habits are the background stuff. And what are these background stuff? Your self-image, your mental health, your sense of purpose, your self-confidence, all those type of stuff that we don't usually focus on. All those type of stuff we like to ignore, we like to think they are not as important. Those are actually the most important thing, because somebody that has fantastic mental health, somebody that has beautiful self-image, somebody that has a very, very, very strong sense of purpose, somebody that is very confident in himself, somebody that has high self-esteem, like, why the fuck is he going to be watching porn? Somebody like that, there's almost no reason why he's going to just be watching porn. He's not just going to sit and watch porn for fun. Like, his head is good, his head is in the right place. But you that you have low self-esteem, you that are living with anxiety and depression, you that you are thinking like you have shitty self-image, that rising to the top is not possible and stuff, of course you're going to default into watching porn. Of course you're going to default into all these bad habits. So what I'm trying to just say is, I'm not trying to say you should also like forget about the foreground stuff. The foreground stuff is like the actual tactics, the actual habits. Those are also as important. But I just want you to pay more attention to the background stuff. So literally like pay more attention to your self-image, to your limiting beliefs, to your thoughts. What are the things that are going on inside of your head? What are the voices you hear at the back of your brain? What are the things you say to yourself? Self-image, what do you believe about yourself? Who do you think, which type of person do you think you are? If you can focus on the background stuff, the self-image, the mental health, the spiritual growth, all those type of background stuff, you will literally just watch all these bad habits dissipate away. Literally, trust me. Focus more. I'm not like I said before, you're still going to have to put in work, you're still going to have to use discipline and willpower to abstain and stuff. But the need for using discipline and willpower and stuff is going to drop down significantly, because you have like a very good self-image. Your self-image now has updated to the point that I don't watch porn. I'm not like a little monkey that is wanking and stuff. Like, I'm past that level. Focus on the background stuff and of course the foreground stuff as well. You will easily get rid of your porn addiction.